Hi friends, my topic is effect of fungicides on physiology of plant. We all know that fungicides are the pesticides that are used to control pests in cropland. However, fungicides are the chemical compound, so they have both positive and negative effect on crop physiology, especially in photosynthesis. We all know that photosynthesis is one of the important physiological process of plant that directly influence on the crop yield. For example, systemic fungicides such as benzimidazole, anilids, and primidine are also phytotoxic. Phytotoxics means when these fungicides are applied to the plant, it produces certain compounds that may be affect the plant growth. So it is called as phytotoxics. Whereas azoles stimulate photosynthesis, thus azoles has a positive effect on plants. Types of fungicides. Fungicides are classified into two main categories. First one is contact fungicides and second one is systematic fungicides. Contact fungicides are considered as protective or preventive fungicides. Contact fungicides are normally used to control foliar diseases. Contact fungicides are generally applied to the leaf and stem surfaces. Contact fungicides such as sulfur or copper have preventive action by killing the fungi as the spores germinate before the mycelia can grow and develop within the plant tissue. Systemic fungicides, also known as curative or eradication fungicides, can kill the fungus after the mycelia have penetrated the parenchyma of the plant tissue, stopping the dispersal or infection within the plant. So systemic fungicides are those that are absorbed into the plant. Systemic fungicides require the plant to be actively growing in order to circulate through the plant to control diseases. King 45 is one of the contact fungicides are used to control foliar diseases. Benzimidazoles. Benzimidazoles are a group of organic fungicide with systemic action. Systemic action means that fungicides are those that are absorbed into the plants. That are extensively used in agriculture. These types of compounds control a broad range of fungi at relatively low application rate in order low application rates. In addition, it has been demonstrated that these compounds can have beneficial effects on the physiology of the plant. Benomyl, one of the most effective and extensively used benzimidazole, have a cytokinin activity in soya and radish. Thus, it influences in positive way. Carbendazim with properties similar to those of benomyl and which it is an active metabolite delays senescence in weeds. Senescence means death, so it delays the senescence in weeds, so it has positive influence in crop plant. Systemic fungicides. Fetilome it is one of the systemic fungicides that are those that are absorbed into the plant and control the fungi growth. Phytotoxicity. Fungicides of the trigonal type strongly inhibit electron transport reaction of chloroplast. Benomidazole, through effective fungicides, can become phytotoxic that results in stunted plant growth and causing visible damage to the seedlings. Some products such as benomyl depress photosynthesis so that it negatively influence on the yield. Finally, carbendazim does not inhibit photosynthesis but lower the level of foliar calcium, promoting calcium in petunia. We all know that lower calcium level can cause chlorosis, so that it affects in negative way. In some cases, the cause of the phytotoxicity of the fungicide itself after penetration of the host cell and integration into the cell metabolism. Dibutylaria, a product of the breakdown of benomyl, can be particularly responsible for the phytotoxicity of the fungicide benlate DF. Other ingredients of the degradation of benlate also contribute to the phytotoxicity of the fungicide. Phytotoxicity may be result in stunted growth, so it negatively influence on the yield. Copper fungicide. Copper fungicides or contact fungicides that are mainly used for foliar diseases. Strobilurin. Strobilurin are fungicide with beneficial physiological effects on crop yield due to promotion of net carbon assimilation, nitrate reductase, enzyme activity, stress tolerance, and hormonal balance. Whenever there is a stress, like drought stress, etc., we have to use strobilurin for prevention. The carbaxamides, the carbaxamides complement the action of the strobilurin when applied alternatively or together. Bevestin. Bevestin is the fungicide we normally used for seed treatment, fungicide treatment, etc. Experiment was done to evaluate the effect of application of pyroclostrobin, azoxystrobin, and boscalide and grafted and ungrafted Japanese cucumber in order to analyze the effect of these fungicides and plant physiology and increase in fruit production. The experiment design was completely randomized in a 2 into 5 factorial scheme with grafted and ungrafted cucumber plants. 2 into 5 factorial scheme means for there is every 2 rows of grafted cucumber plants there is a 5 ungrafted cucumber plants. This is okay. And there is a 5 fungicide treatment. For that control we use azoxystrobin 50 gram per hectare, boscalide 50 gram per hectare, pyroclostrobin 50 gram per hectare, boscalide 100 gram per hectare plus pyroclostrobin 50 gram per hectare. These are applied 18 days after transplanting, okay, and then it was continuously applied for the interval of 7 days. The effect of the treatment was evaluated based on the average yield and the fruit mass of the grafted and ungrafted cucumber. In addition to observation of gas exchange, lipid peroxidation, and the activity of peroxide, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and nitrate reductase, these are also evaluated. In this experiment, based on the results obtained, it was concluded that the fungicide treatment resulted in different responses between the grafted and ungrafted plants. The physiological benefits were more evident. In this experiment. The grafted plants treated with pyroclostrobin or boscalide alone, and this benefit manifested in terms of fruit production and increased the activity of the antioxidative system, thereby the reducing stress. The higher productivity probably occurred due to the better physiological performance of these plants, mainly at the beginning of development, presenting greater activity of the enzyme nitrate reductase in addition to the higher net carbon dioxide assimilation and carboxylation efficiency. Comazole, azure. These fungicides are mainly used for seed treatment and fungicide treatments. Photosynthesis. Fungicides are widely used to control pests in crab plants. However, it has been reported that these pesticides may have negative effects on crop physiology, especially on photosynthesis. We all know that photosynthesis is one of the important physiological processes that directly influence on the crop yield. An alternation in photosynthesis might lead to a reduction in photoassimilate production, resulting in a decrease in both growth and yield of crop plants. For example, a contact fungicide such as copper inhibits photosynthesis by destroying chloroplast, affecting photosystem 2 activity and chlorophyll biosynthesis. Systemic fungicides such as benzimidazole, anilids, and brimidine are also phytotoxic, whereas azoles stimulate photosynthesis. Effect of fungicides on senescence and yield formation. Senescence is one of the physiological process in cropland. The effect of different fungicides on disease, senescence, and yield formation of wheat was assessed in a set of field experiments. Compounds belonging to different fungicide groups were applied flag leaf emergence. Flag leaf emergence means flag leaf emerges after at least 3 nodes are present above the soil surface. By this we determine the flag leaf emergence. GS 39 and that ear emergence. Ear emergence means, and ear is the grain bearing tip part of the stem of cereal plants such as wheat, maize, etc. Application of the azole, carboxamide, and strobilurin compounds resulted in lower disease incidence compared to the remaining treatment. The application of azoles, carboxamide, and strobilurin effectively influence in lower disease incidence. However, lower disease incidence was assessed when the pyraxazole, carbaxamine, biaxin was applied. The fungicide efficacy was enhanced by mixing the carbaxamine and azole compounds, resulting in lower disease incidence at F1 and F2 stages. All fungicide treatments delay the senescence of the uppermost leaf layers, so that is positively influencing the yield. This effect was also reflected in the leaf chlorophyll content treatment with lower disease incidence on longer leaf area durations resulted in higher chlorophyll content. All fungicide treatment produced a higher grain yield compared to the untreated control. The extra yield produced by fungicide application varied between 5 and 90%. So this extra yield percentages influence the importance of the fungicide application. The effect of fungicide on wheat senescence was positively correlated to grain yield and 1000 kernel weight. Kernel weight is one of the important economic importance in wheat. However, a better correlation was calculated between the extension of the flag leaf life and grain yield compared to the other leaf layers. It was demonstrated that the carboxyamine fungicide biaxin produced similar effects. They produced both similar effects on the green leaf area extension as reported for strobilurin and azoles under field condition, and in some cases was found to have a higher effect than other two treatments. Green leaf area extension, it was most important and directly linked with the photosynthesis productions. Effect of biaxin on senescence and yield formation of wheat. Biaxin, a pyraxole carboxylamine inhibiting basinate dehydrogenase of the fungal respiratory chain, is a new broad spectrum fungicide developed for the control of pathogen cereals. In this basinate dehydrogenase of the fungal respiratory chain, there is a research was going on. The effect of biaxin on senescence and yield formation of wheat plants was studied and compared to those caused by azoles, strobilurins, and spirochetylamines under disease-free conditions in the greenhouses. Fungicide application delayed the appearance and senescence of wheat ears. Application of biaxin, fluxostrobin, and prothioconazole delayed also the senescence of leaves and significantly extended the green leaf area duration compared to untreated and spiroxamine treated plants. Differences in the senescence of leaves and ears between treatments were confirmed by measurements of the temperature of wheat tissue as an indicator of the transpiration activity. Digital infrared images revealed significant differences between untreated and fungicide treated plants at different growth stages. At GS75, photosynthetic activity of untreated plants was lower compared fungicide treated plants. However, only biaxin gave a significant effect. All fungicide treatment increases grain yield, and application of biaxin significantly increased the yield compared to all other treatments. The temperatures of ears and leaves was negatively correlated to the grain yield. Lower tissue temperature of fungicide treated plants was suitable indicator of tissue vitality and higher photosynthetic activity due to the retardation of ear and leaf senescence. The combination of positive effects on physiology of wheat result in yield advantage of biaxin treated plant. Here vitality. Here vitality stands for the capacity to live or grow. A developed plant that lost their vitality when badly pruned. Effect of fungicide on wheat tolerance to water deficit. Here water deficit occurred when water demand exceeds supply. That means that means water demands exceed supplies. A series of experiments is conducted under greenhouse conditions. Here the experiment is done under greenhouse conditions in order to determine the effects of fungicide on the tolerance of wheat to water deficit condition. Additionally, the potential of non-invasive methods such as the non-invasive methods here conducted of thermography and spectral reflectance to determine the effects of fungicide applications on plant tolerance to water deficits were assessed. Here nowadays drought stress are the most severe problems in plant development. Drought stress severely affected plant development. However, the application of bioxin and prothiogonazole had a positive effect on plant tolerance to this stress condition. Especially plant treated with bioxin were more tolerant to drought compared to the untreated control. Moreover, plants treated with this active ingredient were found to be more tolerant to both water deficit condition compared to other fungicide treatments. Plant surface temperature and plant reflectance were suitable parameters for detecting the effect of fungicide application on wheat tolerance to water deficit. The use of infrared thermography and plant reflectance allow the quantification of differences in plant vitality between fungicides and treatments. IR thermography proved to be suitable technique for assessing the effect of drought on transpiration of wheat as affected by various fungicide. Furthermore, changes in the reflectance of plant treated with different fungicidal groups were detected. Thus, it was possible to demonstrate the potential of non-invasive techniques to evaluate the effects of fungicides on tolerance of wheat plants adverse conditions such as drought. Thank you.